everyone, this is Kimmy Wyatt and welcome to this video. Okay, y'all, I need to really stop saying I want to make this video as short as possible. Never happens. It's a rarity. But before I get started, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you guys for your support. It's free. Okay, like, share, subscribe, comment. And I will say that predominant amount of my videos cannot be shared. I am going to be opening some of them up to be shared when they have my Cash App on them. If it doesn't have my Cash App on it, I'm going to be honest with you. If my videos, you see them out there and it does not have my Cash App on the mirror, or you can see it right there, not in the description, it's there too. I'm talking about where I'm showing you my Cash App. Let me know, because that video should not be posted there. I am on social media and other outlets, but I am mostly putting my things on YouTube right now because I am going to these other platforms to check out, you know, the bells and whistles of how they work. And so today, well, there's a Cash App, y'all, KimMeWyattCorp. And please send me an email, you guys, after you send me a donation or place an order. Please send me an email to let me know you did that. I'm not trying to ask you to do that. Let's say you send a donation so we can have a conversation. I'm doing it because I want to know that I received it. Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on out here, you guys. I wear the weight of the world on my shoulders. I've been knowing that. I'm not the only one. I'm an empath. I'm a lot of things. Very spiritual. Okay. So I see a lot of things. Matter of fact, just last week, okay, we got the snow and everything. This is January of 26th. And there's snow everywhere, you know. This is January the 30th, as a matter of fact, of 2026. I'm in Texas, and so we got our snow about a week ago now. The kids went back to school today, Friday. But they had been out for 4 days or something like that. But prior to it getting cold like this, or the snow, you know, I'm on public transit, and this has happened. This is the fourth time this has happened, where I'm seeing the moon, the full moon outside, and it's like 1 something, 2 something in the afternoon. They say there's I don't know. They say there's a reason for that, or a reason behind that. You know, I don't hate scientists, but I keep it real. It's kind of like everything is not what people seem. It is. You know, I can't even hardly say this because it's true. I don't know how to say it to you guys, but I see a lot of stuff, okay? And this stuff entails stuff that the average person wouldn't see. I've even looked up some stuff I've seen, and there's no explanation or any, there's not another person, in other words, talking about that. Okay. So, but anyway, I was at the bus stop, and I just so happened to turn around and look up in the sky. You know, the clouds are moving, and all of a sudden, when there's an open space, you know, not all the way open, but you know, you can see through, there's this full moon, just like, hey, Kimmy. And I'm not saying the moon is speaking to me specifically, it's just, but I had just seen that as well. Like, in other words, the last 2 times that I've seen the full moon in the evening, I haven't said anything about it because it's becoming the norm in my life. And other people, I found out, that wasn't one of the things that I was saying, that I looked it up and there was no one else I was just either on the phone or in there on looking at TV, getting ready for this video and walking back and forth. And yeah, I was looking at TV. And I said, oh my God, finally someone is talking about seeing the moon clearly, different times of the season, different seasons rather, you're seeing the moon in the daytime. And it's always a full moon. Yeah. So, okay. Anyway, I'm going to leave that right there. So let me tell you guys the purpose of this video. I did another video before this one. I have since deleted that video because I was looking at the video and I forgot to say something. So did videos in here, always show you guys here lately, my little notes. And these notes are because here lately, there's so many things I can talk about, you guys. Just pull something out of the hat and I can go. And and that's a blessing for me. But when I want to focus on something in a video, I'll say, okay, so I don't forget. Okay, don't forget this, don't forget that. So over here on this mirror, which is the medicine cabinet, for over a week, I have had notes for a different video. My grandson has come in here several times, and he may have messed with a word or two because you can just get your finger in movies, but nothing worth talking about. And so I've come in here earlier today or yesterday and filled those little spots in where maybe a word was missing, a letter was missing. And he was probably, if he did it, he was probably just checking to see if it will come off the mirror. Been up there a week, so this is clear, and I'm like, well, let me go ahead and do this video over here. You know, not do this video over here, but do the video from the content. And I was like, okay, this video is about how backdoor Trojan, a backdoor Trojan that is affecting browsers. And I know for a fact it's been around for years because of how it's affecting how hackers are able to hack into my YouTube channel, for instance. I'm on my YouTube channel, I'm logged in, I'm posting up videos all of a sudden, and I'll go into that later. But when I did, what made me have to do this video over, and it was wonderful, was because as I was looking at what I was going to talk about, and I had additional notes here, I'm clairaudient. And I've told you about the voices and voice 1 and voice 2. Voice 1, just to let you guys know, those of you who are not aware, is I call her female. She's female. I don't call her female. She's female, and I call her double-minded. Double-minded is on my team when I'm up, like I'm up right now. When I'm laying down or she thinks I'm asleep, it's not that she's not on my team. It's just you don't hear her telling, you know, the demon or whatever. And I think I figured that out too, because I've been wondering, are these humans that are possessed by just evil and they're astral projecting, or these humans that's astral projecting and they're also possessed by demons? Yeah, I think I figured that out. So, but when let me continue. So when I'm up, y'all shouldn't do that. And this is me saying it, you know, don't, you know, she's got pom-poms. She's on my team. When I'm asleep, or she thinks I'm asleep, you never hear her saying anything. She's just like, in other words, in the background, hoping whatever they're trying to do, hacking on my phone, doing whatever, she's in the background, hoping that it works out. Voice number 2, I think they're all sisters, by the way, is I call her Haterade because she's hater number 1, baby. You can't get those jeans on. She's not even at the shelter. She's not going to be able to put those on. And for the record, I am in a size 6, and I have to make a correction. I just did a video, 2 videos, and I told you guys in those videos that I am back down to a size 6. Please know, I did not buy that size 6 pair of jeans. I just had them in my possession. I acquired them from somewhere when I was in the shelter. and they just so happened to be a size 6, and I kept them. Ding. And I knew, not having many clothes here at my son's, that I could not wear them. I was like, okay, well, let me wash clothes again, because I'm like rotating my clothes. But then I picked them up, and I picked them up and looked at them maybe once or twice. I'm like, oh yeah, these are those jeans. But when I picked them up this third time, looking through my clothes, probably for something to put on, that's when I said, wait a minute, I ought to be able to put these on now. So when I say now, it wasn't like, oh, I got to put these jeans on. I'm going to lose weight so I can put on these jeans. That was never the issue. That was never the issue. It was just that I had them in my possession. I don't have many clothes here. I felt like I knew I had lost some weight. Let me see if I can put these on so I can keep it moving and do a video. It turned out I was right. I could put them on. So I say all that to say, why did I say all that? And it'll probably come back to me. So I'm here looking at, okay, go over this stuff, adding additional stuff here. This is what I heard. And let me get this right, because this has been hours ago and I forgot. The purpose of me doing this video is because I forgot I started out saying it and I forgot. I went off topic, on topic, but talking about something else within the topic. And I did not finish telling you what I heard when I was over here looking at the notes here on the medicine cabinet. Voice number 2, which is Haterade, said that, let me see, because I want to say this the first time, how she says it, how she said it, that, excuse my language, you guys, this is quote unquote. That bitch knows, no, not bitch, it was ho. That hoe knows we're logging into her browser, or we're using her browser to get in her account. Not even 5 seconds later, oops, yeah. See, I never got that far in the last video. I never got that far. I stopped and started talking about something else by accident. So I started to tell you guys that, and then I started saying something else, and the video went on, and I didn't go back to it. About 5 seconds later, you hear him saying, now I didn't mention who him is, this warlock that has been following me, witchcraft voodoo, this idiot that really thinks we have something going on. And if at this point, not thinking we have something going on, thinking that there's a possibility, infatuation. You got sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissists, and people that can be a combination of all 3 of those, or all of them. Yeah, just Delulu, Mr/Mrs. Delulu, because he's bisexual doing the most. If y'all hung around me or saw me, post your comments. And in order to post on my videos, most of them, and it's going to be all of them, you have to be, and this is on YouTube, you have to be a subscriber. Okay, I stopped letting just everybody post on my videos, because if you got to be a subscriber at this point anyway. So y'all know me. You must not know about me. You should know about me. Okay. I've been saying this for a minute. If y'all knew of me, would y'all, men, would y'all be messing with me? And I'm not talking about in a sexual, in other words, would y'all be trying to, like, do things to me, witchcraft, voodoo? You're supposed to be liking me, but you're stabbing me in the back at the same time because you can't be me, because you're really bisexual and blah, 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 blah. Honestly, the average man would say, no. Hell no. I would be trying to do this and do this, or I wouldn't be messing with you at all. Whatever floats your boat. Delulu. I never thought in a million years I would have stalkers. A stalker, let alone, stalkers, let alone one stalker, or however that goes. Yeah. Okay, moving right along. I just want him to know. See, something about me, there's certain things I do where a person who knows me, and they would tell him, dude, that one right there, if I were you, I would leave her alone because God is going to make a way. Y'all, I've been eating. Here they go. Sorry, I'm trying to play it off. God's going to make a way for y'all to meet. And I have asked for that, y'all. I'm being honest. I won't, I let God handle my business. God is, what does the Bible say? Where he will, make your enemy your footstool, and he'll be the one that gets the revenge for you. I usually know this, but it leaves me right now because when I think about this dude, have y'all ever just, if God answers my prayers and let he and I be right in front of each other, they want me to go to jail. That's when I'm going. There's y'all tip right there. Y'all want me to go to jail? Get in front of me. Let me get in. I swear I'm gonna commence to beating his ass. Just no questions, no nothing. You didn't halt or pause when you've been spying on me for going on 20 years. Literally, no joke. You and your little family and friends and all that over the years. So no, I'm not going to delay beating your ass. Okay, there you go. Because they've been wanting to send me to jail. You want to send me to jail? Get in front of me with all y'all them other little people, including now. It's not all Hispanics. Let me say that. I have a plethora of people trying to send me down or put me down, but specifically this idiot. Y'all want me to go to jail? Put him in front of me. I want him in front of me because he doesn't understand what the fucking word stop means and what no means. And since his mama didn't teach him that, I guess that's my job to teach him what that means. Leave me the fuck alone. That's another one. He doesn't understand that. So I guess I have to be the one to take on the job to teach him that. Okay. Whew. Sorry. So there you go. Because they want me in jail. So they want me gone. I'm talking too much. I'm telling too much. Put that mofo in front of me and I will gladly go clink, clink. Put them clink, clink. So I'm going to beat his ass before I go. That's how that's going to go. Oh, y'all almost. Ooh. See, I just. Ooh, okay. So what she said was, once again, that hoe know we're getting her account by that with the browser. Okay, because she doesn't say via. That's something I would have said. Trust me, she didn't say that. And then 5 seconds later or less, you hear him say, yeah, but I'm gonna what did he say? Oh my God. Y'all, like I said, this was hours ago. Squash what he said, because I knew it when I did the last video, but I just forgot it now. And it may come to me later because I don't want to put words in someone's mouth. I want to make it seem like I'm lying. So I shall move on. And it was because of, what did he say? And it was because of the video. That's what this video was I was telling you guys about this video coming up. That's what it was. So let me proceed. Please send donations, you guys. Thank you so much. And I will be doing a video on not only how to use Cash App, but how to send donations and how to place orders. And I will also be doing a separate video on the things that you can order from me because I'm right here and living with my son. So I can't make everything. That's not what this place is for. In my own place, I could because I would have my stuff like how I want it. So let's see. Although I'm gonna get my surgical stainless steel thing going on, and have a building, and I'm putting it out there in the universe, and I'm gonna have where I can make things and make them the right way and have staff and blah 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 blah. Okay, that's business. So one of the things I noticed when 2003 in, hold on, let me, because I need them to see this, but not right now. My glasses. One of the things I noticed, you guys, when I would log into, when I log, when I log into my YouTube channel, is if I opened up a new browser, a new tab, because I have two channels and you can switch the channels. When I go to that other channel, I'm already logged into the stats. Now, what's the stats? The stats page shows how many viewers you got. It also shows who've joined, which is what they want to know so they can block it and delete them. It also shows you who've joined your channel, who subscribed to your channel. I don't know what this page is called, but it has like the stats, you know, it has everything on this one page, but it's definitely in YouTube Studio. I'm like, what is this doing open? And I'm not even in that part right there. Why is it open? I've been noticing this. I've been noticing this for over a year, blah, 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 blah. I also noticed, before I forget, that this wouldn't happen when I would disable my Google browser, Android, okay, phones. I would disable my Google browser, which Chrome, and Google, and all the Google products. No matter what it was, I would disable all the Google products. I noticed that didn't happen. Well, how did you go into your account? I would download Firefox, and I hate to do brands, but I have to tell you what I did. I would download Firefox. I've downloaded Firefox, and it's usually Firefox browser that I would download, and I would notice I had no problems. Okay, and then until eventually, I'm like, I mean, and it took a while. But if I had anything Google open, specifically in most cases Chrome, and I just wasn't using it, but it was still enabled, I noticed that they were able to manipulate that browser, Chrome, and get into my account. But you're seeing it on the Firefox end. I'll explain this later. And you know, like I said, it wouldn't, how can I explain this? It would show up, but it didn't start immediately. Like when I download the browser, they had, in other words, they had to figure it out. Ding. Okay. So I discovered, and this was when I was at my son's before, just disable the Google browser, just disable Chrome and see if it still happens. And when I disabled Chrome, I noticed that I was basically scot-free. These things were not happening. Fast forward, now we're talking about iPhone. So iPhone has the Safari browser, but then I downloaded Firefox in, what's it? Not no names, regardless, Firefox again. And I noticed, I'm like, because once they figure that shit out, they figured it out. You know, they don't have to, how do I do that? Google is not a part of iPhone. Now you can download Google products, but it's not iOS. Google products are not iOS. Google products are Android, and iOS is Apple. So I'm like, how are they able to do this? And I, you know, one of the things how I know I'm getting out of this game stalking and everything, I've graduated. I'm at least 79, 83%. One of the things that I know is that God has been showing me things that I want to know so I can pass it on to you. So I want to tell you guys, just from my experience, I'm very technical, very technical. I can tell when someone's hacking in this and when someone's opened this up and when blip, 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 blip. Told you guys about the mod rewrites. Kimmy, what are mod rewrites? Again, mod rewrites is like if you have a YouTube channel or a YouTube account, you may have never posted a video, but they usually won't mess with you until you do, if they mess with you at all. Okay, but you know, you've posted some videos, you got this thing going, and you're getting traction, and people are going and viewing your videos. You know how this goes. They can when I say they, I mean hackers can log into your mod rewrites, and that's MOD dash REWRITES, and do a whole host of things in the background to your channel. This could be manipulating any kind of browser, this specific browser, Safari. If people with Safari will see this, people with Google Chrome will see this. People will not even see that at all. Blah blah. Messing with the moderate rights of your channel. Yes, most times this is an inside job where people are being paid to do that from the departments that handle that, or it's an outside black hat hacker logging into the mod rewrites. I also want to say, as I have here, that mostly all browsers have the same configuration in the background. The basic configuration to get like a search engine configuration. Then they do other things, specifically for the browser. I can name 3 browsers now. I'm not, but you know what a browser is. That's where you can search on the internet. But the core of the browsers are the same. They could be using they use rootkits. They use all kinds of stuff the developers of the browsers do. So all that stuff, regardless of browser, is the same. And that's how I discovered today. I was like, okay, that's how they're doing it, because it really doesn't matter what browser it is. They're using some core feature of browsers and to log in. I don't have Google products on my iPhone, but this was happening on iPhone and it was happening on Android phones. It's the browsers. Those two don't mix. You don't find Google products on iPhone, although when you go into most of these browsers on your devices, and it asks you what search engine do you want to use, you can use that browser search engine, or you can use another one. They usually give you 4 or 5 choices to be your search engine for that browser. Google Chrome in parentheses is usually one of the choices there, regardless of Safari. No, Safari doesn't give you. Safari doesn't give you the choice of Google Chrome. So this goes back to what I just said originally. This is a backdoor Trojan. Kimmy, what is a Trojan? That's a horse. No, not the Trojan horse. A Trojan is a virus, and Trojans are usually backdoor viruses. This backdoor virus, I know for a fact, has been around for years, because I was experiencing this same thing back in 2018 on YouTube. Okay, it's not that I'm on YouTube. It was the browser Chrome that I was using and Firefox that I was using to go to YouTube and log into my accounts. Okay, so this is not browser specific per se. You're safer with Safari, but it happens with Safari as well, because I'm using the YouTube app. I'm uploading my videos. You can't do everything. As a matter of fact, for those of you, side note, who are using the YouTube app to upload your videos to YouTube, you can put, some people have different descriptions for every video. This video is talking about blah, 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 blah. But me, I put the same description for every video, which has my contact information and my copyright information for every video. And that's across the board for both my channels. Well, that's easy to do, because you can manipulate in YouTube Studio and go in there and say, click, I want this to be on all, the changes or whatever. I want it to be on all the videos. And you wait about, depending on how many videos you have, you wait about 30 seconds or what. And hey, it's a done deal. So thank you, YouTube, for that. They make it easy to change your description for me, description. If there's, you left off an E, so I need to put, I've got all these videos, and that's how I was doing it initially. I was doing it per page, and I found out by God, seriously, by accident, but it was God, that if you click this button, or because I clicked the button, I discovered, thank you, Jesus, God, that Oh, okay, so you can it's gonna do every video and that you have. Done deal. I thought paging it, doing her page was good, but now I know how to do the whole channel. If that's what I want, and it's what I want. But I want to say mostly all browsers have the same configuration in the background, and this is the basic configuration. And let me just go over here. So, okay. It says basic, and most browsers will give you the option of what search engine you want, and I just said that to use. Google is the #1 choice. And you didn't know this because I wasn't going to say it, but they don't want this video to get out because my throat is getting very, very dry. Okay, so I'm going to erase this off of here. Okay, and I'll clean it the right way later. Hold on. I'm going to take this off of here. Google is the #1 search engine. Everybody knows that, basically. If you don't, now you know. If you didn't know, now you know. But iPhone browser Safari. And let's see, iPhone Safari out. Okay, so yeah, I downloaded, as I mentioned, I downloaded Firefox on my iPhone from the App Store. And they still got in. Took a little longer than if Google was on there, but they still got in. How do you know they got in? I said it earlier. I'm just only speaking for YouTube. So if they're doing this for YouTube, imagine your bank accounts. Imagine the things that you are logging into where they're getting your information. Okay, I noticed in YouTube Studio, I do know this is in YouTube Studio, that I would have a tab open, or I would open up a new tab, and what comes up is all of my information for the channel. Who's joined, little spaces here is talking about, what videos are doing the best. And, you guys know this is in YouTube Studio, your stats for the whole channel. So I'm like, what? So I would close that tab out and open up another tab. And I'm like, how did that happen? I wasn't even in that, I'm doing something else. I'm in the videos tab, messing with my videos. So let me go back to this backdoor Trojan. Let me step back a little bit. So this backdoor Trojan, it's been around for years. Like I said, 2018 is when I first noticed this. And this backdoor Trojan that's on the browsers, it's like when you log into your accounts via the browser using developer mode, which mostly all phones are able of entering. You don't know this, but you can also go to developer mode. Depending on which version of iPhone you have, you can go to developer mode as well in iPhone. Okay? That's one of the positives I thought of iPhone, was that you couldn't go to developer mode. These are hackers. Okay, get over it. You're probably not a hacker, so you don't even know what developer mode is, Android or iPhone. So they can go to using developer mode, which mostly all phones are capable of entering, and hackers are able to hack into your accounts, including YouTube. Okay, how do you know? How you know? And that's when I said, when you have multiple tabs open, or you find additional tabs open that you did not open up, and you look at the tabs, when you open the tab to look at it, you are on the stats page of your account. But look, you didn't open it. Now, if this idiot has ever gotten mad at me, and he gets mad at me for every video I do because he continues to get busted, because he thinks he's smarter than God, okay? Yeah, this has been going on for years. So you guys be careful. I put on here, if you have multiple devices, browsers on one device, Google Chrome is the #1 browser with this problem. And I noticed when I disabled, yeah, I said that. Yeah, when I disabled the when Chrome, disable Chrome, and in Android, real easy, just go into how do you disable Chrome. First of all, you can disable Chrome all day. If you're just using your phone to talk on your phone and get text messages and you're not surfing the internet, even though you may have the ability to surf the internet, just disable Chrome. But when you get ready to surf the internet, you're not going to have a browser on there to surf because your phone usually comes with one browser. Usually Android is going to have Google Chrome, okay, on the phone. If you disable it and you don't know how to go back in there, but you need to look something up, and it's easy to go back in. Just you can literally just ask anybody, how do I re-enable my browser? Well, you can't ask anyone, but the average person knows how to do that. They can go into your apps, or you can go into your apps, go into settings and go into your apps. And all of Google Chrome is, you don't have to extend the apps to show background apps or anything like that. All you have to do is scroll down, and when you see the Google symbol, the Chrome symbol, that lets you know that's the browser, and it'll say it right there, Chrome. And you click, you go in there and you click enable instead of disable, okay? Instead of the disable. So when you enable, you go back to the screen, click Chrome, and you're able to browse. So you can toggle back and forth, with this. But I say, why would you disable it? Because it's the only browser you have. And this is what we're talking about. The backdoor Trojan that's been around for years. If you disable Google Chrome, what are you using? This is irrelevant to you. Okay. But if you're browsing on that phone and you got Google Chrome open, I highly suggest that you download a different browser, and no offense to Google, which is parent company Alphabet Inc., and you disable that browser, because that's what they're using in order to get into people's accounts. How I know this to be true is because, one, I'm on an iPhone that doesn't have Google, although I had Firefox and they figured it out. I also had DuckDuckGo. I'm going to go ahead and say it. They figured it out. It wasn't immediately, but eventually. No Google. So that's what led me to believe today, or know today, that, as I put I said earlier, that, okay, if this is happening in basically all browsers, seemingly, this is the basic configuration for the browser. Okay, there's different things that people use, Linux, okay, to create programs and things like that. And if Google or these other browser makers use Linux or something like that to create the browser so that to get it to you, those are basic features. Those are basic things, meaning every browser has that. And then they go out and venture out and do different features that's going to separate that browser from that browser, including the logo, including blah, 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 whatever. Okay. So I highly suggest that if you have Google, once again, on your phone, on iPhone, that it's up to you. But if you feel like your information is very important to you, you have a channel, YouTube channel, you are surfing on the internet, you have social media accounts, I highly suggest that you download a different browser. You'll be safe for a minute, but definitely disable Google Chrome. Okay. Don't shoot the messenger. All right. How I've been getting, well, Kimmy, how have you been getting by? Okay. So iPhone, check. Okay. I stopped downloading Firefox because I'm like, dang, they can get in with Firefox. I was safe longer with this other browser that I mentioned than Firefox. I was very much safe. Eventually they're going to get in. Okay. Eventually, because now it's basically like if you have two browsers on your phone, because you can't really disable Safari like you can disable Chrome. But if you have two browsers on your phone, you're not using one of them. I'm specifically talking about iPhone. Safari is right there. I haven't seen yet how you can disable Safari. Now, if you download apps onto iPhone, you can get them off. What is it called? You can turn them off. And then when you turn them back on, that's what I love this about iPhone. Oh my God. You can turn that app off and then turn it back on, and you're right there where you left off. It'll be updated right then. And if updating in the background is enabled, but either way, you can go offload. That's what it's called. You can offload the app, which only removes you can't get in the app. It's there on the phone. You can see the logo. You just can't click it and open it up. You can click it, but there's nothing going to happen because it's been offloaded. So you have to go into the configuration, and I'll talk about that later in another video, and reload the app. And what it does, all you have to do is be online. You don't have to be in any app store or anything like that. You just have to be online, and you can reload the app, and you can also delete the app if you want to, but you wanted to use that app, right? That's why it's there. That's why you downloaded it, right? So that's a blessing of iPhone, is that you can offload the app. It's safer. They can't get in. They can't do anything because it's sitting right there on the screen, but they can't do anything with it. And it'll show you, I wish I can show you on this phone. It'll show you that app is there, but you can't do anything with it until you go into the configuration, which is real easy, and reinstall. Okay, take the offload off, and you'll see the little clock going around really fast. Takes about 12 seconds to 20 seconds or whatever to 30 seconds per app, depending on how big the app is. And you'll see if you have a really good connection on the internet, it'll go around, and then once it gets to the other side, makes a complete circle, the app is open again. You can click it and you can see your emails, for instance. Okay, here's my emails. So you guys, please start doing that with iPhone because it's a lot of hacking and stuff going on. I have videos coming up on fake power of attorneys, about your credit, checking your credit, check insurance policies. People are putting insurance policies on people. So your girl right here supposed to be married to one of these idiots. Okay, not only that, I supposedly have vehicles in my name, but I've never driven the vehicle. And they do this when it comes to gang stalking. Like, I got rid of my vehicle. So they do this to gang stalking people in most cases that don't have anything registered. If you don't have a vehicle registered any longer, you're not going to be looking on the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, for a vehicle. You guys check all of your stuff, man. Check all of this stuff, whether it's yours, and I mean for yourself, because they're actually doing this. I'm going to be talking about all of these coming up in videos. It's about 8 different things I need to talk about, but I'm going to either have it do four per video or one at a time and tell you how to remedy that and what to do. Actually, it's going to be best to just have 2 videos and do 4 of those things. And we're talking about fake power of attorneys, to check your credit. I'm going to tell you what website to go to check your credit. I used to do credit restoration, and I will tell you it works. Okay, I'm talking about credit restoration, not credit repair. Repair in most cases is temporary. Restoration is restoring your credit. Check your credit, you guys. You would be surprised, gang stalking victims, you'd be surprised what's in your credit report. These idiots have gone wild. Idiots gone wild. Okay. You remember back in the day, old school people, or depending on how old you are, you can be in your 30s. You remember the commercials, Girls Gone Wild. And there's videos you can order. God, that's been a long time. Oh my God. You can order these videos, or I'm sure at some point it got to, you can go to the .com, but you can order these videos of girls gone wild. And, they're at the beach and they're showing their boobies. I mean, they would cover it up on the commercial. These are idiots gone wild. Okay. Idiots gone wild. I can't get insurance because I'm supposed to be dead already. I'm not going to talk about that now. I figured out, why can't I get insurance? And I've tried twice, and I'm a walking bill of health. What's going on? I'm supposed to be married to. I have vehicles in my name supposedly. I have properties in my name supposedly. I have fake power of attorneys. I have insurance on me, and I'm supposed to be dead, which is why they're pissed off because I'm not dead. I'm still here in the flesh, but I'm supposed to be gone. Yeah, they got that money before I got wiped off the planet or got 6 feet under. Please, how can that happen? That's impossible. What you're looking at how that's possible. You're looking at organized crime. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now, just to briefly go over that, you guys, well, I don't have that was the Cash App is KimMeWyattCorp. You can see the CORP. Okay, donations and orders. And like I said, I'm going to be doing separate videos on how to order. Hold on. I'm going to be doing separate videos on how to order. You guys, I love cleaning this mirror. I swear I do. It's kind of fun. Kind of like a chalkboard, but not really. Hold on, I'm almost through. Let me move that because I don't want that to fall. But that did. Hold on. So, before I go, and like I said, I'll be doing videos on this. I'm going to show you guys. All right, there we go. And I still need to get my pens. So I don't know if I'm going to do this here because I've got to go get my pens and I don't want this to be too long. My markers, rather. Okay, so should I go get them? Hey, y'all can see me. So when I say organized crime, people are wondering, how is that possible? You got people that think outside the box, and then you have people that are one-track mind. Can't stand them. Can't stand. Whatever comes in their head, that is what that is. They're not going to focus on nothing else but what the thought that they have in their head, and the reason for that is because they think they're know-it-alls. I know what I know, but I can't stand a know-it-all. Ding. Okay. So you try to tell them something different than what do you call a person like that? You try to tell them something different than what they know, and they're just closed mind to it. They don't even want to focus on it. It's just not. And there are astrological signs like that. If it didn't happen to them, it didn't happen to you. Well, it's going to happen to you, and it's already happening to you, and I'm not going to shoot. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm done. You'll come back 10 years later, if not 5 years later, and say, you know what? I don't want to hear it. I'm done. I'm through with that. I don't want to hear it. What my astrological sign is, if I warn you of something and you disregard it, I don't want to hear what you have to say 5 years later. And I was trying to warn you 3-4 years before. I don't got time for all that. You should have been listening. 4827 in. So I'm going to block this, you guys. If I go in here, and it shouldn't take me that long, I'm going to go in here and get these markers from over here. And here's my little bag. I had this separated, but one of my little plastic zipper things broke. So I had to put my markers in here with something else. And hold on, y'all. Try to pull my pants up too while I'm covering this up. All right. Not all right. There we go. Pull my shirt down. So I'm going to get these 2 markers out. Excuse me. And I'm also going to get a red one out. How about that? And I'll put this down there. All right, y'all, I'm having a disaster. Everything is dropping. All right. I bent over and my glasses fell. Okay. Whew. Here I go. Here I go. Okay, so let me switch this out. Ooh-wee. Y'all, I'm having a little disaster going on. I got the TV remote right here. Let me take that out. So I'm going to quickly tell you guys before I go how this might work out, but I'm looking at the little streaks on here because I didn't put any. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to write, y'all watching? I'm going to write organized crime. Okay? And how organized crime. Oh, y'all, hold on. Yeah, it's I got to clean this with something else. Okay, so, but in the meantime, I'll be doing videos on this organized crime. Let me step back. So how organized crime works is your aunt, this is your aunt, this is your brother, this is your cousin, and this is, over here would be a friend, a close friend, all right? So y'all see that? Aunt, brother, cousin, close friend. And I could put another one on here, but no, this is good because I'll go over in detail. This aunt works for, she works for the bank. This brother has a car dealership. Okay. This cousin is works for the postal service. Thank you, God. And this close friend of yours, I'm going to take this off and put best friend. Okay, hold on, y'all. This best friend of yours, let's see, what does the best friend do? They works for the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles. Y'all see that? I'm stepping back. Organized crime. Your aunt works for the bank. That doesn't look good. It's like bonk. But your aunt works for the bank. Your brother works for the car dealership. And your cousin works for the postal service. And your best friend works for the DMV, which is the Department of Motor Vehicles. Y'all can kind of see where this is going. You have, now, they don't have to know each other. But one of the things that these people have in common is that, hold on. Okay. Y'all see that? They're all the same race. Now, let me get this other marker out. I want to close that one up, but I can't. So, one thing they have in common is that they're all the same race. Now, for some of you, you're like, what does that have to do anything? It has a lot to do anything with it has a lot to do with everything. If a particular race of people don't rat on each other. Y'all heard what I said? They're the same race and they don't rat on each other under no circumstances. It's like, that's a no-no. They don't rat on each other. What is, Kimmy, what is rat? A rat, what does a rat have to do with what you're talking about? I'm not talking about some four-legged something that's in your house, and when the sun goes down and you go to sleep, it's running around in your house and eating food from your kitchen, from your pantry. That's not what I'm talking about. When I say they don't rat on each other, it's a term that's been used for years back in the day, And it simply means they don't tell on each other. Regardless of whether, hold on, you guys. Regardless of whether this person knows that person or that person knows this person, they don't rat on each other. That's a no-no. That could be a no-no in a particular race. You know they're not black. You know straight out the gate they not black. Okay? You already know straight out the gate. Somebody mad, y'all. My stuff coming out. You you already know those are not black people then, because they gonna rattle, they gonna say something. Okay, true fact. In most cases. So before I didn't finish telling you. So this is the Postal Service. Okay, Kimmy, I'm feeling you. What are you saying? So let me take this they don't rat on each other part off, because I think y'all caught on to that. They're not going to say anything. If something goes down, the other one, whether they know each other or not, they loose lips sink ships. In other words, loose lips sink ships. You have talked too much. So you got loose lips and you're going to sink the ship. Okay? But if a particular race is like that, that aunt that works at the bank, she's also, this is in red, she's also, oh, you can't see it. Oh, God. You messing up my little thing. Okay, that aunt that works at the bank, let me tell you what she does. That aunt that works at the bank, because she works at the bank, she's also a notary public. Now we're going to have to separate these. All right. And I forgot to take same race off of here. Okay. So, wait a minute. I got something still left over here. Hold on. And you guys, my skin, y'all don't my skin, I'm okay. I've been eating these. I got blessed with two big well, damn. Okay. They hotter than a firecracker. Y'all see that? I got blessed with, and that wasn't supposed to, I mean, it went down. Okay, y'all. I'm so used to stuff, y'all. I don't blame evil for everything that happens, but I can decipher the difference when something is happening. You know, some people do things and think you're just gonna stop the video. No, bitch, I'm just fixing to pick my glasses up. Keep it moving. You should know by now that's what I'm going to do. Because you can hear a pin drop in other words. Okay? You guys, I told you guys I know when I'm being listened to. And I just keep it moving. Now, she's a notary public. Okay? Your brother, this is a particular person, no one in particular, but a particular person. You know what I can put up here? And I'm going to put it up here. I put organized crime, and it is. But I forgot to put the main person. This is a gang stalker. Spy. Narcissist. Amongst other things. Okay? Psycho. Okay? And a combination of all. Okay? But this is a gang stalker. This gang stalker has an aunt that's let's say it together, a notary public. 5851N. He also has a brother that owns a car dealership. And there's a notary there as well. I'm just going to put notary pub. Anyway, the chips I've been eating, you guys, is doing things to my skin because I have been eating. I haven't been letting it up. I got blessed with 2 boxes of these chips and I have been going in. So it's not bad. It's just I know what's going on with my skin. And a little beauty magic. Okay. Cousin works at the Postal Service. Now, I don't know if the Postal Service is doing notary. Although I've worked there, I don't know. But the cousin works at the Postal Service. So they are a mail carrier. mail carrier, processor, which means they work in the inside, but they work with a processor who works with a particular zip code. And if not, and I'll put ... if they don't work with a particular zip code processing the mail, their homeboy, who is of this same race, in most cases, does process that mail. Are y'all following me? Okay. Then we got over here your best friend who works for the Department of Motor Vehicles, or his best friend. The gang stalker has a best friend that works for the DMV. He can register vehicles, change registration, etc. Y'all see where I'm going? He works for the Department of Motor Vehicle. He can register vehicles. He can change registrations on vehicle. He can give information. I can't write behind there. Okay, he can do some shit. Okay, you guys, do y'all see where I'm going? The gang stalker. This is his buddies and family. You think he got a problem stealing people's shit? Drop the microphone. No, he doesn't. Because his aunt works for the bank. Not only that, I forgot to put this on her. Ooh, this aunt is a bad one, y'all. I forgot to put other stuff, the rest of the stuff this aunt can do. Not only is this aunt a notary public or know of someone there that is, and if she delegates and tells people what to do, she will have someone notarize a document that really is false. But you're following and she's following instructions. This my supervisor. This is what she told me to do. So not only is she a notary public, or she knows someone who is, and I can't write that on here, another thing she can do is open up bank accounts. Woo-wee. Amy is doing the most. Amy can open up bank accounts. Okay? Another thing she can do is accept false documents or copied documents. Y'all see where I'm going? But y'all say, dang. So most times when you open up a bank account, you have to present what? Original documents, right? Original ID, original social security card or something, but definitely certified ID, identification. If you have an aunt that works at the bank and she's a manager of the bank, okay, you're a gang stalker. She's a notary public. She knows how to open up bank accounts, and she'll also accept documents, your ID on paper how you get the ID on paper? Because of a business where you do business. You could already have a bank account at that bank. They know how they make a copy of your documents. Ding! There you go. Oh, we could just open up another bank account with her information, or we can take this information to a different bank, and Sharon, my homegirl, my sister, the aunt's sister who works at this other bank, blah, 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 blah. Sharon is going to accept that document, that piece of paper, whereas someone else that works at the bank is not allowed to do that. Y'all get it? You're supposed to be presenting the document, the original. But Sharon, who is the friend of his aunt, who works at another bank, another branch. She could be another branch. Let's just say another branch. Same bank, different branch. Sharon, who you know what I'm saying? Y'all see where I'm going. Sharon is over there. Take those documents over there to Sharon, because I've already talked to her and she's going to open up the bank account over here. I don't lose my job, but I'll do as much as I can. You see how this is flowing around. You're a goner. Not only that's the aunt. Let's go to the brother. The brother has a car dealership. Ooh-wee. Now, what they've done is come in your place, and this is why I tell y'all to keep your documents with you at all times. Do not go check your mail. Do not put them under your bed. Do not, I don't need to take this to work today. Oh, I'm just going to the store. I can leave my wallet at home. But your wallet has the store's around the corner. I'm not going to police or not. Okay, you may be lucky enough to where the police did not stop you. You may have just bought $250 some worth of groceries these days, which is nothing. I'm going to have to eventually plug this in. But guess what? When you left, maintenance came in your apartment. Ooh, Did y'all hear what I said? When you left, maintenance came in your apartment. How did they know you were gone? You're on fleek. Leave that right there. Not only that, your phone is being hacked into, so they know that you just told your baby mama, sister, somebody that you were going to the store. Put both of those together that you are on fleek with cams in your, if not, I have to condition myself, y'all, to say camera lenses. Oh my God. You're on fleek in your place with camera lenses all over your place. You just got out the shower and they've seen everything on your body from the rooter to the tutor. Not only that, you got on the phone with your friend, your aunt, your cousin, somewhere you going. I'm going to the store. Maintenance is going to know that you're going to the store and they're going to come in and get your documents, take a copy of it with their phone. Everything was in place when you got back, right? Ain't nobody been in here. Bleep, 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 bleep. People kill me. But your brother, his brother, is a car dealer. Ooh, I need a car, man. Man, don't do this for me. I'm just going to get this car in his name or her name because, blah, 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 blah. Now, this brother knows about you. This brother has seen everything on your freaking body from the rooter to the tutor, and there'll probably be a part 2 because I need to go get the card. Oh, here it is. 106N. He knows about you. The aunt knows about you. The cousin knows about you. The best friend knows about you. They're all the same race. They watch you every day. 1 or 3 of them out of 4. You are on fleek. You are being watched. So if one of them misses something, guess who's going to take control of that with the other 3? Man, she didn't put that right there. Yes, she did. No. I saw her. I'm looking at her finger. You drop something on the floor, you guys, and I've had this happen many times. I can drop some on the floor. Idiot 2, haterade, she dropped it. I mean, these are monitoring spirits in this instant. She dropped some on the floor. It's my damn eyeliner, bitch. But how did you know that? Oh, because, I'm going to leave that alone. Looking at your hands, looking at your fingers, looking at what you're touching, you are monitored. Literally. What you're typing on your keyboard, looking at every fucking thing you're doing. Oh, I'm not fit to let him do that. I'm already hacking in. He ain't gonna accomplish that right there because that's money. These are some of the most jealous, envious ass mofos on the planet. And I mean that on every fiber of my soul. They feel like they lived in lack or something, got a step ahead. And now, because they lived in lack and they got a good job or something, they feel like, or they're just a stalker. But either way, they don't want you to get a step ahead. Because here's your race. You black. You a nig. We don't want you back. It's the sad thing about it, y'all. Hold on, I'm going to plug this in just a moment. The sad thing about all this is there's enough. They don't realize it's enough on the planet for everyone. So they have a heightened sense of jealousy, a heightened sense of envy. They don't want you to have something because I'm right here looking at everything you do. That's easy money. I'm a hacking yo such and such and such. Knowing, guess what? Who is this? The aunt, the bank, not that particular bank, because you may not bank with the bank with where his aunt works. But you know from your aunt that the FDIC, and I used to work for the FDIC, okay, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, is going to insure your deposits, insure your bank account. It used to be up to $250,000, which most people do not have. Yeah, I'm going to steal your shit. Y'all heard that? I'm going to steal your shit because I know you can go to your bank and deny it and they're going to give your money back. This is how the average black person gets caught up in losing money, because they don't sit there and think ahead. Oh, they just gonna get my money back. I ain't gonna worry about it. Well, you really should worry about it, because if you got caught that time, guess what? 2 months down the later, you're gonna get caught again. Then this is what we do. I'm just gonna change my card. But you with the same fucking bank. Duh. It's not your card. It's not your bank. It's someone hacking in your shit that has someone on the inside doing the shit for them. Blah, 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 blah. Organized crime. Now here comes this cousin. This cousin works at the Postal Service. Ooh-wee. Oh, Jesus. This cousin works at the Postal Service. You were expecting some mail, weren't you? You were expecting, they knew this. You got a court date that needs to come up because your aunt, not their aunt, but your aunt, left you some money in a will. We're talking thousands and thousands of dollars. Your aunt had a little something going on. She's passed away. No children. You're the nephew. She left you. She always said, hey, I'm going to give you, I got you. And if I die, I got you on my insurance policy. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, Amy. Because you go over there and check on her every blue moon, right? She's gone. She kicked the bucket. This cousin works at the Postal Service. You think you're going to get that money? Huh? Hell no. They gonna try everything in their motherfucking power to stop you from getting that money. $40,000? The aunt's gonna open up a bank account in your name. With that $40,000, you're gonna get a vehicle in somebody. They're gonna get a vehicle in your name. The cousin is gonna stop the mail. The cousin at the Postal Service is gonna stop the mail from coming to your ass. Because you need not know about this mail. You need it to be diverted. You need it to be lost. They gonna sign up for that. Last one is the best friend. The best friend works at the damn DMV. Ooh-hoo-wee. The brother who has the car dealership is gonna get with the best friend that works at the damn DMV. Because 3 out of 4 of these people know each other. And all you doing is say, man, talk to such and such and such and such. Organized fucking crime. That brother of that gang stalker is going to get with that best friend that works at the DMV. And guess what they're going to do? Register your vehicle. I got to go. Drop the microphone. You don't even own the vehicle. You ain't never seen it. Guess what the outcome of this is, y'all? While I'll take this off at the end, I'll clean the screen, clean the mirror. Let me tell you what's going to happen to you with this vehicle alone, and I'll elaborate on this in other videos. When you have a vehicle registered in your name, and I'm going to tell y'all how to check on all of this shit, because you need to check on it. I mean, y'all, I got about 8 things I need to tell y'all how to check on, or to give you the information, or you go check on it, find out how to check on it on your own. Do you know with a vehicle registered in your name what can happen? This gang stalker has a gun. He just went and murdered 2 people. Guess whose vehicle he used? Yours, which wasn't yours. That's scary, in it. Guess what? You in another vehicle. Police come behind you. You thinking you just getting a ticket or whatever. Just checking. Can I see your registration or whatever, however that shit go. You giving it to them like, damn, okay, I'm just get a ticket, damn, okay, I'll just pay it. You sitting there and listening to your damn music. You can have whatever you like. I said that you can. No, you not going to have fucking whatever you like, because your ass to go to jail, because guess what? That brother of that gang stalker got with that best friend that works at the DMV. They got together and got in cahoots because your auntie had your license on paper, gave it to that brother, or you did, or the gang stalker gave it to the brother, and guess what? The brother got a vehicle and gave him a vehicle in your motherfucking name. That vehicle got registered by the friend at the DMV, and they committed a crime. The gang stalker. I got to go. Y'all think this shit is not real? It is. There, you just see it right. You see it right here. But you got people out here. Oh, well, no. Why would you sit up there and wait for some shit like this to happen? You an airhead. It's the damn truth. You do have vehicles registered in your name because you don't ever check that shit to see, because you looking at the vehicle that you have every day. Check it out. You do have bad credit. You don't think you have bad credit because you already had your vehicle, right? You pay your car note. Yeah, you got bad credit. The reason why you got bad credit is because they putting shit in your name. Shit you don't even know about. So I'm going to tell you guys how to get your 3 credit reports from all 3 credit bureaus. If this goes out, this is it. Just go one video. But I don't have to, because I forgot I plugged this in. Look, y'all check y'all stuff. I'll be doing update videos on this. And this is how this goes, man. Or here's another quick scenario. You live in an apartment complex. You live in an apartment complex and they've gotten someone in the building, could be someone right up under your nose, to get in cahoots with them to do this, that, and the other. Could be someone live with you, whatever the situation is. Money talks, bullshit walks. That person, when you go to the store, if they reside with you, or that person below you, across the hall, or whatever, this is organized crime. Organized crime. Organized crime. I used to work for U.S. Customs, you guys, which is the Department of Commerce. I work for the Department of Commerce as well. But this is the Department of the Treasury. One of the things I learned working with special agents is this. Organized crime ain't no joke. They can have somebody way in another state. This is cousins and friends and blah, blah, blah. Do you guys know that most of the people that's of a particular race that are in prison, somebody just get mad, are still doing what they were doing when they were outside in the free world? That's a fact. You know why? Because the beat goes on, and the beat goes on, and the beat goes on. The beat goes on because guess what? At the end of the day, I still need money. I got commissary. I got shit. I got the bride. That's my homeboy. I'm gonna hook him up. Blah, 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 blah. They are still moving forward, but still. And phones ain't nothing but a thing to get in prison. They get on the internet just like you do, with a damn phone that's been smuggled in there from they little boy, they little girl, the baby mama. How that happen? Because they got a inside job, organized crime. Guess who comes and closes the jail, the cell? There you go. I'm trying to say this without saying it. Guess who checks the mail at the prison? Say, man, here go $500. I'm gonna give you $500, man. Let the cell phone come in there. Oh, okay. Yeah, money talks, bullcrap walks when it comes to organized crime. Please also know that there's a lot of people that are involved in, MS numbers. Y'all know what I'm saying. They're involved in and this word would come to me normally, but they got the money. This ain't no problem. It ain't an issue. They got the money to bring your ass down. Okay? While you down here twiddling your thumbs, trying to pay your bills, what happened? I was making all this money. Well, I can tell you in a story, or I can, Yeah, because you got. And let me tell y'all before I go, when it comes to gang stalking, you know who they love the most, and I've said this in a previous video. They messing, they effing with this person. Because this person is a challenge. They not getting in the door. They're not, even if they were before, they shut their shit down. Like what I'm telling you right here. They know how this shit works. We can't do no more witchcraft and voodoo and hoodoo and coochie coo and all that. We can't do that with that person. But guess who they're fixing to mess with and probably have for a minute? You. Messing with you. The person that didn't believe what the person was saying. They've been messing with you. The person that you didn't believe what the say was saying, I already know they're messing with you. Which is what I said earlier. You got people that don't think outside the box. They think they know everything. And I'm going to tell y'all gang stalking victims, back up on that ass, man. If you trying to tell, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make him drink. And I added my own shit to that. You can lead a person rather, to knowledge, but you cannot make them think. Ding. That's just what that is. You want to still look young. You want to cut the gray hairs out. Once you've said something to somebody, let it go. And it's a very hurting feeling because you know what's going on in the background in their lives, but you have to back the fuck up because it's you or them. It's you or them. And you have to just sit back in a corner and cry, or you have to just bite your nails and you want to beat somebody's ass. Why you messing with my nephew, and why let it go. You got to let people find out stuff for themselves. You just can't, man. You're going to drive yourself crazy. Tell people something, get it off your chest and walk away. Just walk away. You did your job. You told them. Go to sleep. It's just who they are. They're not open to new information. And those are the people that they are after now the most. They're watching them. They see them. They hear their conversation. They're on camera. They're looking at them. They know when they went to the store. They know when they left. Yes, I did turn your deodorant around the other way. I just turned around to see if when you came back, you was going to notice it, and you didn't. We still moving on. I specifically turned your deodorant in a different direction. Guess what you did? I'm looking at you. You're on fleek. You're on candid camera. You picked it up like this and looked at it. Normal. Damn, I thought I could have sworn. Oh well. And you put it down. I've been there. I've done that, you guys. I didn't know the cameras was on me though, and I'm like, damn, I didn't leave my honey. When did? Guess who laughing? They're in the background laughing at your ass because you're at this point, you're comic to them because you can't figure out what, you're on camera. You are on fucking camera. They're laughing. And on Fridays, guess what? If you live in an apartment complex, when you see, I'm just going to say it right now when it comes to Hispanics, when you see Hispanics, I used to think, damn, Hispanics be kicking it on Friday. Boy, I don't even like going down Jefferson in Dallas, Texas on a Friday. Man, they gonna go to the beer store and clean the fuck up. I'm saying they gonna drink them some beer on Friday. Guess why? In most cases, it's because that beer and them and their friends are fixing to meet up at somebody's apartment and they fixing to watch you. Gotta go. Y'all have a good one. Yeah, and don't be a female because you know they know your dude coming over on when he get off of work. They know everything about you. They bring their little kids with them, they wives, and they sit there like you some shit at the motherfucking zoo on fleek, just like that. You dig in your nose and pull out one of them big ass green boogers. They saw it. I'm just keeping it real. You digging your ass after you got off the toilet and you dug in there because it was some toilet tissue left in your ass, and all you did was pull it out and put it in the toilet. They saw you. You ain't washed no hands. Sad. So I'm going to go, you guys. I'll be doing extensive videos on this. Thank you for joining this video. 124.51 in. Gotta go. Y'all just, when I do these next videos, man, y'all check out, because I'm going to tell y'all how to clear your credit up. I cleared up credit. You got credit repair. You got credit restoration. What you want is restoration. Okay. Most of the things, I charge a fee if you want me to help you. But it's not the fee that I normally would charge you if you want me to help you get things off your credit. Not even something I do anymore, y'all, but I'm extending that out to you guys. But there will be a fee if I help you get things off of your credit, and it's permanent. I will say ahead of time, although the laws have changed about student loans, I don't know how that's going. Some of them have been forgiven. But back, as you know, before Trump, before Biden, that was not happening. And even President Obama, somewhere in there, somebody said, let's get rid of these loans. I don't know how that's going right now. They're all supposed to be forgiven, the older ones. I don't know. Check with the Department of Education, which is the government, the Department of Education, and I'm trying not to burp, and see if your loans have been forgiven. Some of these things had a time frame on them. Maybe you've missed the date or not. I don't know. But please know, on your credit, before I go, 126 in, when it comes to your credit, there are certain things that you cannot take off of your credit. Student loans used to be. Let me say that. That's why I say check with the Department of Education first. And then if they tell you that your loans have been forgiven, then they shouldn't be on your damn credit. You hear me? Do a little work. Send them the paper. Say, this has been forgiven. Take this off my credit. Another thing that's not going to come off your credit in most cases, if you file for bankruptcy. Bankruptcy has to stay on for 7 to 10 years, depending on what bankruptcy you filed. Okay? And it does protect people. And I keep saying I'm going to leave you with this. For all of you guys, before, let's say Trump was not president, because I had somebody say this to me. Oh, man, Trump ain't got no money. He done filed bankruptcy. This is why I can't wait to get on the credit part of this, what I have to tell y'all in future videos. Trump don't have no money. He done filed bankruptcy 5 times. I'm going to say 5 times. Okay, I don't know. And I let him talk, and I said, that's why Trump has money. Because he filed bankruptcy. See how I see the difference, how people think? Trump is... He has money because he filed bankruptcy. You got it twisted. Let me tell you something. Never use your own money. Use somebody else's money. Okay? I'm going to leave that right there. Yo, I'll go into all of this, man. I know I tell y'all how to get homes. My grandbaby just told me that he and his mom and the family, she has other kids, are moving into their home. And I was just almost in tears because I'm going to tell you something. It's so easy for some people to get homes. If you have a job, you need to get on this channel, because I'm going to tell you guys a whole bunch of stuff, how to get a home. It's people ask, how does she have all that information? Because I learn things. I love to learn. I absorb knowledge. I'm a sponge, literally. And so I pass that information on to people. So if you're looking for a home and you want to have your own home, and I've told this to young guys just meeting them on the bus years ago. I haven't said this to someone lately. If you are trying to buy a home, you want a home. Wait. You want a home. You want your own home in your name. And I tell them, I said, how long you been on your job? Oh, ma'am, I've been working for Amazon for about 5 years. I said, you live in an apartment? Yes, ma'am. I said, come here. I said, I'm just tell you something. I said, my trip is short. So you listen to every damn thing I'm fixing to tell you. Do you know I've had these young dudes in tears like, ma'am, is that all I got to do? That's all you got to do. I talk to listeners. I don't talk to closed-minded people. I don't like wasting my breath. Pet peeve. Pet peeve. I could tell people how to do this. I'm not saying nothing to you because you ain't going to listen. But these young dudes that got them, got them ears open and they want to, what? That's out your bank account. Why are you got a bank account, right? Why you have a non-interest bearing checking account? Let your money make money regardless of how much it is. You got, I keep saying, these are nuggets, y'all. The requirement for the bank account that you have, most bank accounts have several different accounts, checking accounts. Let's say checking. Folks, forget the savings right now. You meet the requirements for that bank account every month. The minimum you got to have in that bank account is $750. You do that every month. Not even going below that. You actually keep more than that in there every month. It's 30 days in a month normally. Why aren't you with an interest-bearing checking account? You just got your shit in the bank just sitting there with dust on it, yawning. Oh, Lord, don't he know it? I'm really ready to move. Your mind telling you it's ready to move. Your own money is telling you, get me out of this bank account right here and transfer me over to the other bank account because you keep more than $750 in there. Do you think the bank's going to tell you that? I also want to tell you guys, I used to work for Nations Bank. I don't even think a Nations Bank is around. Or let's say I used to work for the bank because I don't know if they're around anymore. Another thing I want to tell you guys, and see, I'm getting into stuff I'm not supposed to be talking about, and this is supposed to be in another video, but I want to say this too. You guys didn't know this, but if you have a bank account, checking account, and something goes through ACH, automatic clearinghouse, that means, let's just say mortgage. Your mortgage is $1,417. You didn't have the money, you missed it by $1. But you signed up for, what is that called? Y'all help me out. You didn't want to sign up, rather, for your stuff to be paid because they charge a fee for that. So you're like, I'm always on time. I got the money. I'm going to pay my, I'm going to pay my stuff on time. I don't need that extra stuff. Okay, cool. You are saving money if you don't have to use it. So you do save money because you pay your bills on time. But this is this one time that you cannot pay your bill, whether mortgage or rent, on time. But your automatic, this is hypothetical, your automatic payment went through and got returned. Now, at some point, you knew it was going to get returned and you said, I'll just pay the $35. I don't even know what the fee is. It almost make me cringe to pay an extra $35 when unnecessarily, but okay. So you know that is going to go through at some point because something didn't work out. So you already know it's not going to go through. How do you handle that? Okay, so they put this fee on your account. Let's just say $35. It used to be $25. It went up. It's probably $35 now. It's called a return item chargeback. So when that item is returned back to you, the bank has the right, per the terms of service, the TOS, to charge you $35. You knew it. You should have known it when you signed your signature. Overdraft, if you don't have overdraft protection, it's still a fee. It's still a fee. So all you have to do is go to the bank or call the bank, verify your account, and you can usually do this over the phone. And it's called a courtesy pay. No, I'm not a courtesy pay, courtesy refund. And you go in directly with the customer service rep and you tell them you want a courtesy refund of that particular $35, especially if you've never done it before. When it comes to banks and businesses and companies that you do business with, they want to retain you. You really have the upper hand in the situation. This one right here, oh my God, I'm not going to say what company, what telephone company this is. Woo-hoo-wee. But I can call my aunt right now, and my aunt, according to her credit, never seen her credit report, but knew my aunt paid her bills on time, and she told me she has an 800, almost a 9, it's probably over 900 now, credit score. That these days, off the chain. I knew my aunt and my uncle paid their bills on time, but guess what? She kept complaining to me about her electric bill. Baby, I got this electric. I said, wait a minute, ain't Jay. It's just the both of y'all. Where this coming from? Y'all leaving something on. So after we had a little 5-6 minute conversation, I said, Ain't Jay, let me talk to him. let me call the light company and let me talk to them. I said, I guarantee you, I'm fixing to get your bill down. Minimum $50 a month. And so I actually, what it ended up, no, I did talk to them. I take that back. I did. I came over to their place and I got on she authorized for me to talk, because you have to authorize. And I said, excuse me, ma'am. I said, I'm just going to keep it straight and narrow right now. I don't have time to go into detail. I said, you need to reduce my aunt's bill. I said, you might not have heard me. I need you to reduce my aunt's bill. I know you have the authority to do that. She has been with you guys for 50 years. Reduce her bill or she's fixing to skip town. You heard a pen drop. You heard me. Get to it. I'm waiting. You know why I could do that? My aunt had leverage. She had a 900 credit score, close to 890. Do you guys know most of the elderly people in this country with credit scores like that from 700 and some on up, even at 6 something these days, if your credit score speaks power, use it. I said, I'll tell you what, if you can't reduce her bill, she's gone. Well, we have a department. I'll tell you what, we have a department that can transfer me to the retention department. I already know you have one. Transfer me to the retention department. We get over there with the retention department. They already knew this is retention. This woman is not playing. Make a long story short, because of my aunt's credit score, which is up there with Donald Trump's, although he filed bankruptcy, got to put that in there. By the time I got off the phone with them, it took 6 or 7 minutes. Do you guys know how much her bill went down to? It took like $100 and something a month off of her bill. Just from telling, hey, I'm not playing with you. This woman been with y'all my aunt and uncle been with y'all for 50 years, and you mean to tell me blah, 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 blah. No, we're not going there. Leverage. Y'all are the reason why these people have yachts. Gotta go